What up, world? I'm Kaison, and I just stepped into the hot seat with the Kappz. For everybody who doesn't know who I am, I'm Kaison, CEO, founder, and head designer of KappGodz Apparel. KappGodz stands for capitalizing, but instead of spelling it with a C, we decided to spell it with a K. Because if you already know about today's day and age, the word Kapp stands for a lot of things that don't represent our brand. So we had to make it unique. And being that Atlanta is the home of the Kapp, why not? Yes, I am in a successful relationship. A beautiful relationship, to be exact. I would say think outside the box. Don't just think about things that you would like. Think about your surrounding, and the most important key of my whole message would be find your direct audience. What separates us from every other brand, a lot of key factors. Number one, we're authentic. I pay attention to a lot of brands. The reason why Kaison World is nominated for e-commerce of the year right now is because we pay attention, we study, and what I see with a lot of upcoming brands that haven't reached their highest potential is that a lot of people start off with this same plateau of, design structures, and even the fonts that they use on their products is like everybody is pretty much, it looked like everybody using the same graphic designs, So with us, we try to stay authentic and true to us, not to fit into the plateau of what's actually going on in the world right now. We don't try to follow trends. We create all our own trends. And we are the brand that doesn't sleep, Volume good? All right. I always love fashion, and I always love putting together, formats of clothes and different regimens than other people. It was never about trying to match the Nike sweats with you get what I'm saying? So for me, that's actually where it all began for me. But what actually put me on that plateau of we need to dive in deep is I used to do music my whole life, still do it, just not as passionate about it as I used to be. And I just knew that I needed merch, and for everybody who knows Kaison, you know what YBF stands for. And if you don't, it stands for Young, Black, and Famous. That's pretty much the umbrella to everything that we do. And my little brother Fly Kid created us a logo, and we pretty much just started dropping it. This was years ago, before we even had a brand. And I used to get a lot of people always ask me, where can I get them from? Where can I get them from? And once we actually started pushing the music and going crazy, I was like, I need merch. I need merch. And I received my first royalty check from my music, and my check was $3 and I think like 10 cents. And I was just like, man, for all the work that I put in to create this perfect product, in my eyes, it didn't produce enough for me. And once I dived into the merch, it took off. My first month selling merch, I made more money than I made off music in the last 10 years of doing music. So I always suggest, and I always tell up and coming artists and pretty much anybody that I know that's trying to take that route of being an entrepreneur, no matter what you actually do, get you some merch. Because at the end of the day, no matter what kind of brand you have or what kind of business you have to have advertisement. And what better way to advertise your brand than, to walk around with it on. You get what I'm saying? I'll say what drives a lot of people to KappGodz Apparel is just pretty much the look, the feel. Like a lot of people don't realize that when you sell a product or you create a product, it's not just the product that you're selling. You have to sell a story or a lifestyle, and if you know anything about Atlanta, Georgia, and a lot of people don't highlight my brother enough, but Bankroll Fresh is pretty much the mecca behind the whole Kapp epidemic, you know, the whole word in itself. Like I know a lot of people in a lot of states that, you know, say they've been saying Kapp for these amount of years and for this amount of time, but that's local. You know, when it came to Bankroll Fresh, the word Kapp became international. You know, and 2 Chainz picked up on it, and 2 Chainz used it, and next thing you know, the whole world said, this Kapp, you Kapp. Know what I mean? And so for me, I just feel like a lot of people gravitate towards us because you see that it's not just like, you know, we put some letters on the shirt or a hoodie and we try to make money. You see every day we capitalizing, even when we not doing too much. You see where we came from, and I feel like that's the thing that actually makes the brand so big to a lot of people, even though it hasn't even reached close to its peak. But I feel like the fact that people have got to watch us from the bottom when I was making clothes in the 10 by 10 room that I also slip in, to now us being e-commerce, nominated for e-commerce of the year. We on Walmart right now. You can also find us on DoorDash if you're local to Atlanta. And also we working on our second store right now. So for me, yeah, I feel like it's just the growth, the lifestyle, everything just meshed in one. I would say the same thing it takes to be a worker that works at McDonald's, or, you know, it's just a consistent grind of consistency. You waking up every day, you know what I mean, putting your best foot forth and just pretty much believing in what you're doing. You know, no matter how small it is, everything start off small. You know, I tell a lot of people, because I went to college for IT, so I studied a lot of the mega gurus of modern lifestyle, you know, Elon Musk, you know, Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos started off in his basement, in his garage, pardon me, you know, selling college books. So it's like, it's not about where you started, it's about where you're going. And the only way you're going to get where you're going is if you have a dream, and you got to believe in yourself more than you believe in anything else, you know. So I would definitely say just stay focused. You got to stay focused, and you got to be patient. Entrepreneurship is not for the impatient. That's what I would say. Unless, you know, you spoon fed, you know, you came in with, you know, mom and dad's money and you could just blow it. You feel what I'm saying? That's different. Not knocking that, but, you know, in our realm, you know, with this tone, you know, you gotta work. You know, a lot of us wasn't raised, or we weren't taught these things growing up. So for us, we had to find these routes and study and figure it out. You know, it wasn't like we just woke up and, you know, you got a business that been there for 100 years that's already set for you. You know, because if that was the case, it would be a lot more black billionaires and millionaires, you know. You can find KappGodz Apparel everywhere. We are on Instagram at Kaison's World, you know, Kaison_world. Facebook Marketplace, same name, Kaison World, no underscore. We on TikTok, KappGodz CEO _YBF. We on DoorDash, we on Amazon, we on Walmart. You could go to kaisonsworld.com, check us out. Yeah, and we'll have more updates for you on other partnerships that we're working on.